Our day aboard Pioneer on borrowed sails started with drizzling rain at the Tewantin boat ramp on the Noosa River. The forecast 10 to 20 knots from the southeast was sure to be chaotic, swirling about the motel complexes constructed on the southern banks of the estuary. A wandering piece of footwear was deftly retrieved by Jayce as it threatened to drift upstream with the tide. Pioneer is a 20-foot replica of the famed Couta Boat, once common on the waters of Port Phillip Bay. She's being fitted out by Jayce Raaschou, and this is one of her first outings using a borrowed set of sails. The headsail is off a 20-foot fiberglass catamaran, and the gaff rig is from a more traditional open sailing boat of similar size and character to Pioneer.
Decided to go for a sail. Second time putting the sails up. Last time was just in maybe 5 knots of wind out on Valere. But no, it's going well so far. Nothing too bad's happened, and touch wood, nothing bad does happen.
So tell us about the rig, Jayce.
So the mainsail gaff and boom are off a mate's 20-footer. He's got a 20-foot contra day sailor that he's restored, and so I'm borrowing that, and the jib or the headsail, that is off a fiberglass catamaran. So it's a bit of a mix, a bit of a bitzer, if you will, but it's working. It's working quite well, so I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, I'd tack before it, I reckon.
Alright, you ready to go about?
When you're ready.
Heading about.
Take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Hold me close, I want to feel your love. Together we are free. Just be with me. Just be with me. Just be with me. Now we're one with the sun over our heads, and at night we'll be the stars. We can go any place that we want to. I don't care if that's too far. Take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Hold me close, I want to feel your love. Together we are free. Just be with me. Just be with me. Just be with me.
Jayce, so today hasn't been without its challenges.
No, definitely hasn't. So this morning we managed to find the perimeter by accident of the Noosa Tewantin boat ramp. So when we were launching, because the boat draws 600 and most boat ramps are designed for tinnies, you have to go in a long way. When we were getting the trailer back out, the handbrake on the car slipped, usual Land Cruiser thing, and the trailer came off the boat ramp a bit, so we had a bit of a mission retrieving the trailer.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, so the mast has what's called a spider band. It's a piece of cast bronze, I think it's phosphor bronze or something like that, and you use it to lash all your halyards and make everything fast, so you don't have 40 kilos of timber coming down on your head. The belaying pins, they've broken, so in transit, for unforeseen circumstances, I was told they broke, and they never showed up. So now I've got lines that I've had to belay, and I've found some screwdrivers, and they seem to do the job perfectly.
From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
In 2019 we sailed Moonlight in the inaugural Noosa Gaff Rig Regatta. The good news is that after we skipped a year, Valere and his team at the Noosa Yacht and Rowing Club have organised another event that's open to the public. It'll be held in June, and an invitation is extended to old-style gaff-rigged boats, replicas and originals, trailerable or not. The regatta is run in conjunction with the Noosa Come Together Festival, held in the Lions Park next to the Noosa Yacht and Rowing Club. It was the first time I'd sailed in a race. It's always been cruising and recreational sailing in Moonlight, so I had to quickly come to terms with the rules of racing. The sailing was fast and furious. Well, actually it was neither fast nor furious, but the competitive drivers come out whenever two boats are sailing together in the same direction. So we all had a great time, and every boat won a prize.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me
If you watched last week's video, you will have seen us out sailing in Moonlight on the Maroochy River in a pretty strong blow. My son Peter joined us and helped me catch some of the action on the GoPro. I lost control of the boat while preparing to sail, and it surged backwards in a gust into the sandbank near the mouth of the river. There was a rending, gnarly sound as the aft part of the rudder blade sheared off. Still keen to go out for a sail, I careened around without much in the way of steerage for a while, bumping off various things and nearly capsizing the boat. After a while I regained control and found that with plenty of boat speed I had reasonable control. We enjoyed a few tacks and jibes back and forth across the river, but jibing was still perilous. Once back in the workshop, I was confronted by the sadly separated pieces of 3,000-year-old hewn pine, and faced with the options of replacing the blade or repairing it using the existing pieces. In the end, I decided to repair it using the bits I had, adding another battle scar to the previously repaired blade. I use strong flexible epoxy. I prefer araldite that has served Moonlight's need for the occasional band-aid over her 40-year history. It was developed to manufacture wooden aircraft during the Second World War. Once the glue had cured, I found that the belt sander was a pretty good tool for removing the excess. As the glue itself is so tough, it's difficult to remove it in any other way. It was a good opportunity to strip the rudder back to bare wood using precision-sharpened, long-handled scarson scraper. Many people don't realise that a well-honed scraper is a perfect cutting tool, and it deals with cranky grain and awkward shapes quite easily. When the bulk of the old varnish is removed by the scraper, it's a matter of working your way up through the grits in sandpaper to get the desired finish. I always prefer to use planes and chisels where I can to get the full character of the timber in the finish, but in the case of this old timber, it's lost a lot of its oils and extractives, and it's taken on a crumbly texture that tears out easily, so sanding is the only option. I used 60, 80, 120 and 240 grit increments. Once sanded, several coats of conventional terps-based clear varnish is used. Feast Watson make a product called Marine Spar Varnish. Unlike a lot of similar products, it dries to a flexible and durable finish. Beware of products that cure too hard and brittle, because when you're working with timber, you need to allow for it to move with changes in humidity and immersion in water, not to mention a bit of flexing in the case of the rudder blade. No finish forms a 100% vapour barrier, so it's best to work with it rather than against it. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm hoping to get out in the fiberglass trailer sailor in the coming week to test out some ideas on sheet to tiller steering. Talk soon. See you later.